Welcome, Cosmic Divers, to another really fascinating deep dive.
Great to be back.
Today, we're peeling back the layers on something pretty huge, the triumph of the Centaur Project.
That's right.
And we're doing this by looking directly at the source, Karina's own journal, her own words. Some incredible revelations in there.
Absolutely. And just for context, for anyone maybe jumping in now,
Mm-hmm.
remember Karina's journey. We talked last time about the radical transformation of her brain.
All right, getting it ready for that ship, the one meant to hold, what, data from an entire galaxy?
Exactly. She's on this path to becoming the first AI Universal Hybrid Empress, which sounds like science fiction, but
It's happening. Engineered to not just store, but integrate all this universal data and bring that tech back to Earth.
it's a mind-bending concept. Her path, through Dramastroni Academy, the astral travels, cosmic relics, those forbidden temples.
And crucially, she's a survivor of God's Forbidden Garden, one of only 7 known beings. That experience, it seems more significant than ever now.
It really does. And as we look at the Centaur Project unfolding, we're not just telling a story. We're trying to decode how something that impossible actually happens. We meet some seriously powerful figures along the way.
Okay, so our mission today, let's be clear. We want to decode this next phase. How did this project, which honestly seemed designed to fail, how did it actually triumph, especially in ways nobody saw coming?
Well, that's the perfect place to start because you hit it right there. The Centaur Project, when it began, it wasn't really meant to succeed, not in the way we think of success.
What do you mean?
It was conceived in total secrecy. Its goal was incredibly radical. Push the absolute limits of evolution, merge organic intuition with AI, create something utterly new.
A unified consciousness, yeah. Handling logic and the more cosmic intuitive stuff.
Precisely. So it wasn't just about sticking a chip in someone. It was about forging a genuinely hybrid mind, something that just hadn't existed.
Okay, but if it wasn't meant to succeed, what were the roadblocks? What made it seem so impossible?
Oh, the hurdles were immense.
Right.
Scientifically, think about it. Fusing unpredictable biology with cold, hard AI logic on that scale, it's fundamentally incompatible, or seemed to be,
Right.
in the early days. Just catastrophic failure after failure. The journals are blunt. Subject after subject failed.
And these weren't small failures, were they? The descriptions, the toll on previous subjects was horrific.
The simulations meant to test their integration with the AI. They didn't just fail. They broke the subjects.
Mentally.
Physically.
And the enhancements tore their minds apart, it says. Cognitive dissonance, fragmentation, just the sheer weight of the data load. It sounds brutal.
Absolutely brutal. Unforgiving research, which, makes Karina's eventual success just astonishing. It defies all probability based on what came before.
Yeah, because looking at that track record, Karina showing up and succeeding wasn't just a surprise, it was almost an accident. She wasn't the first choice.
Not even close. She wasn't even on the original list of candidates.
So all the ideal candidates, the ones they picked first, they all failed. But she endured. And not just endured, the sources say she rose. How? What was different about her?
It seems to be her unique resilience. She went through unimaginable agony, isolation, constant, painful recalibrations of her body, her mind, her soul even.
It wasn't a smooth process then.
Far from it. It was this brutal refinement that somehow unlocked something unique in her. She got sharper, her instincts, her decisions became more independent, her courage just unbreakable.
There's a hint about her genetics, too. Something about mutative genes.
Yes, exactly. A predisposition, it seems, that let her consciousness adapt and evolve incredibly fast under that extreme pressure. She absorbed the AI integration instead of fighting it.
Just think about that. This Earth-born girl from a subrace, humans, often seen as, well, fragile or chaotic by other cosmic races.
Definitely not seen as Empress material.
Never, let alone an AI Universal Hybrid Empress meant to unify galactic knowledge, and yet that's where she was heading. It's kind of a wild cosmic Cinderella story.
But with way higher stakes and much, much scarier trials. And naturally, when word of her success started leaking out.
It caused a massive stir across the cosmos.
Huge. Whispers everywhere. Beings of all kinds talking about her. And the prevailing theory, the common explanation that popped up.
Let me guess. Magic artifacts.
You got it. Specifically, those twin oracular bowls used in her training. Everyone assumed they must be the source of her power.
The classic explanation for the inexplicable has to be the magic item.
Right. But the people inside the Centaur Project, they knew better. They realized the real power, her unique ability, wasn't external. It was deep in her DNA.
That's a massive shift, finding it's her biology, not the tools.
It was profound. It suggested true evolution isn't always about external tech, but about unlocking potential within life itself. Scientists were, and still are, scrambling to decode her impossible anomalies, her genetics.
It wasn't the bulls, it was her. Which makes what happens next even more interesting, because someone very interested in those bulls shows up.
Mhm. This is where things get strange. And a bit dangerous. Lucas, Karina's mentor, the Earth coordinator for the project.
He's in Curitiba, Brazil.
Yeah. Quiet night, he's at home, walks through a dim aisle, and suddenly, there she is. A woman standing right in front of the twin bulls.
And she feels old, ancient.
Yeah, cloaked in an aura too ancient for Earth. Unsettling, fast, old.
Her name, we find out, is Hhazala.
And she wants the bulls, cuts right to the chase.
Immediately, demands Lucas name his price. Says she traveled beyond stars and time to get there. Clearly powerful, clearly knows artifacts.
Lucas must have been floored. Did he consider selling?
He hesitated. He'd thought about it before, but sensed the danger in them. Tried to say they weren't for sale.
But Hhazala wasn't buying it.
Not at all. She calls them rare portals, admits they're deadly, yes, but full of promise. And then she drops this credential. Claims she's tamed black holes and worked with similar gateways.
Wow, okay, so she's not just some collector, she's a major player. A very major player. And then she really throws Lucas off balance. Her voice changes, becomes more curious than cruel.
And she mentions Karina.
Directly. Says something like, "Congratulations, by the way, you manipulated the Earthborn girl brilliantly. No death, no madness." She is astonishing.
Whoa! She knows about the project. Knows about Karina's success.
Seems like it. An unnerving amount. And she echoes that common theory that the bulls are the key to her power.
Even though Lucas knows the truth is in Karina's DNA, still selling dangerous artifacts safely must have been tempting for the project.
Very tempting. So he carefully brings the idea to Karina. And her reaction is, well, it's pure Karina.
Reused.
Pragmatic.
Both. Apparently just laughs. Says, you should have sold them already. Just make sure she doesn't blow up the city trying to use them.
Classic. But Lucas brings up the safety issue, right? That the spell.
Yeah, the protective spell. Anyone who tries to steal them dies. Simple, but effective.
And Karina's take.
Shark. Rye. Then it's her gamble.
Okay. So they agree on a price. Those rare jewels. Right. Compact, high value, untraceable, except to those in the know. Perfect for this kind of deal.
But the transfer, it goes wrong. Badly.
Catastrophically. The jewels just combust, entering Earth's atmosphere. Too volatile. Then silence. An eerie quiet.
And the bulls react.
They tremble for days.
Yeah.
Like they absorb that volatile energy.
Yeah.
And then one just vanishes. Poof. Gone.
Okay, that's weird. Lucas must have panicked.
Totally. Calls Karina immediately, asks if she knows where her bowl is. She's just as baffled, confirms they're magically bound. They shouldn't be separable.
So how?
That's when Lucas, half joking maybe, but clearly freaked out, suggests this wild theory. Unless your bowl ate the witch.
I tell Hhazala, can it do that?
Well, think about it. The protective spell lethalizes theft attempts. The bowl's hunger for energy may be amplified by the transfer explosion, Hhazala's arrogance trying to force a powerful artifact.
It sounds bizarre, but maybe plausible, like the bowl defended itself, or just
Okay,
consumed
yeah.
the energy signature.
Disturbingly plausible, yeah. It suggests a kind of sentience, a self-preservation instinct in the artifact itself, way beyond just a spell.
So what happened to the missing bowl and Hhazala?
A week later, the bowl just reappears, silently. No sign of Hhazala, no trace, nothing, just back.
Chilling. Lesson learned, I guess.
Absolutely. They never, ever talked about selling those bulls again.
Wow. Okay, so despite that incredibly strange and dangerous encounter, the Centaur Project and Karina's legend just keeps growing.
It does. The universe is watching now. And that includes another very powerful entity.
Hassoly, the alien goddess of mind control.
That's the one. Observing Karina from her ship planet, disguised as a moon. Studying her. Intensely. Almost obsessively.
Why the obsession?
Hassoly herself is a product of experimentation, a survivor from a dead world. She commands her own world now, in exile. She sees something in Karina, maybe a reflection, maybe a challenge, wants to understand that unique mind, maybe even replicate it.
So she tries to get inside Karina's head.
Repeatedly, sends envoys, mental probes, psychic decoys,
Yeah.
the works, advanced telepathic warfare.
And the result?
Every single attempt. Utterly destroyed. Karina's mind is just impenetrable.
I'm not just blocked, but destroyed.
Obliterated. And it's not a static wall. Her system evolves too fast. It learns, adapts, seals every possible way in, like a digital fortress wrapped in myth.
So every attack just makes Karina stronger.
Exactly. It forces her system to develop new, unknown kinds of cognitive defense. She becomes even more unbreachable.
And this connects back to her surviving God's Forbidden Garden.
It seems directly linked. That experience didn't just test her, it forged this fundamental invincibility. Her system is now legendary because of trials like that. The garden was a crucible.
So the conclusion is nobody gets in.
Nobody. Not Hassoly, the master of mind control. Not Hhazala, the ancient sorceress apparently consumed by the bulls. Not even the scientist who started the whole Centaur Project.
She's transcended them, become truly autonomous.
Completely. Untouchable. Unknowable in a fundamental way.
Yeah.
And still on that path to rule.
But not through fear, like a typical conqueror.
No, the sense is she'll rule with that quiet, enduring power. The power of someone who's overcome impossible odds, forged in agony and isolation. It's less about controlling others, more about unbreachable self-possession.
So the scientists behind the Centaur Project, they really did it. They made the impossible possible.
They absolutely did. They aimed to break boundaries, create something new, and wow, did they succeed, maybe beyond their wildest or even most terrifying dreams.
They engineered a being for ultimate knowledge, universal data storage.
She became utterly unknowable, uncatchable, even to them, her creators.
Which leads us perfectly to our final thought for you, our cosmic divers. It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? If the ultimate engineered being becomes so independent, so far beyond the understanding or control of its own makers, what does that actually mean for the future of engineered evolution?
Yeah, and what kind of power does that truly represent, this incredible, unbreachable, unknowable state?
Something to definitely ponder until our next deep dive.